video I'm putting out where I'm but I'm going to be hiking the Superior Hiking Trail here in 2 days. I actually leave tomorrow, fly all the way to Duluth, and then I start the trail the next day. I'll get picked up in Duluth and taken to the Canadian border. So those of you that know what this Superior Hiking Trail is, it's the traditional route is basically just north of Duluth at Martin Road, and just north of Duluth and all the way up the Canadian border. I'm actually doing the complete through hike, which is from the Wisconsin border through Duluth and then past Martin Road and all the way up the Canadian border, but I'm doing it southbound. So I will take a shuttle service all the way up to the Canadian border, start there, and then start hiking south along Lake Superior all the way down through Duluth into the Wisconsin border. So that's the plan anyway. My wife is meeting me out there a week into the trip, which is quite nice because if any of this gear doesn't work out, I can switch stuff out. She can give me different things. It's going to be pretty nice. So, going through my gear. My pack. This is Superior Wilderness Designs Long Haul 50. It's a 50-liter pack. I've got basically just a cell phone, Hyperlite case right here. I got this off of Etsy. It's for 1 liter bottles right there in front. I like some weight in front of me. Sometimes I take a fanny pack, but this trip I am not. It's got huge waist hip belt pockets. These are great. I can fit a ton of stuff in them. And the great thing about Superior Wilderness Designs is you can customize everything on the pack. It's not waterproof, but it is water resistant. So if this thing gets rained on, hopefully it won't take a lot of weight. So 2 big pockets right here. I got a longer pocket on the side for my hammock system, tent, pole, stuff like that if I need it. So it opens up just like a traditional roll top. I got the V closure on top because I throw my seat on top as well. Pretty big inside. You can fit a lot of stuff in it. Like I said, not completely waterproof, so I usually do rock a rain cover for the pack itself, and then I use a trash compactor bag on the inside. You can get a real expensive Dyneema bag for the inside, but like I said, they're expensive, so I go cheap. Trash compactor bags are really cheap. Camp seat. It's a Armrest Z seat. Extremely light. This is the only chair I take on the trip. I also use this in the hammock underneath my feet because I have a 3/4 underquilt that I'll go over. This keeps my legs warm at night whenever I sleep. 2 1-liter water bottles. This is all the water I'll be carrying, hopefully. All the water I'll need. There's quite a bit of rivers and streams along the trail that I shouldn't need to filter any more than that. Stuff I'll actually be wearing. So, Ultra Olympus shoes. I've tried the Lone Peak 3.5s. Did love them. But those are out of commission now and they have only the 4s. So I wanted to try these. They have a little bit more cushion. So I've been wearing these at work. I'm a critical care nurse over 12-hour shifts. So I've been wearing these at work and they've been fine on my feet. I actually did a 14er in these in Colorado too and had no problems at all. So I don't think I'll have any problems. Just trail runners. I don't wear big boots at all. Cap, always. I use Darn Tough socks. Lifetime warranty. They also have a deal at stores that sell these. Usually if you get holes in them, you can just trade them in and go right to the rack and grab new ones. It's pretty great. A little expensive, but like I said, lifetime warranty. Can't beat that. 30 Girl Gators. Put these over my socks. They attach to the Ultras. They have a gator trap here, so that works pretty good. Keep stuff out of your shoes. Keep your feet a little cleaner. Patagonia's short sleeve shirt, quick dry, very light. Patagonia baggies. This has a mesh liner. I usually don't wear underwear when I hike, so I just rock the mesh liner. I wear underwear at night in my tent whenever I sleep. Long sleeve button-up shirt. This is an ex officio. It has the insect shield built into it too, keep the bugs off you. All of the clothes I'll be hiking in. I've been concentrated with permethrin to keep all the bugs off of me. So we have those. Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisperer. I've had this jacket for a while now. I love it. It's like 7 ounces, I think. Keeps me really warm in cold weather. Can't beat, put down, hoodie. Other clothes. It's basically just an off-brand. I got these off Amazon. Just kind of insulated layer at night bottoms. Pretty light. I'm expecting temperatures in the days of in the 60s and down to the 40s at night, at least for the beginning of the trip. That's what I've been seeing. It could drop lower the further I go. I'm expected to be out there at least probably 21 days, about 3 weeks. So it's just synthetic upper layer. I got this at Academy of Sports. It was real cheap. I think 15 bucks. It's long sleeve, light fleece. Underwear, special synthetic. Another pair of underwear, Smart Wool. I may not bring this. I haven't really decided yet since I have the fleece upper. I will probably leave this at home actually. This is just another synthetic layer for warmth. Sleeping socks, a little warmer, darn tough again. Extra t-shirt. I think it's a poly blend, half cotton, half polyester. Extra pair of socks. I usually take 3 pairs of socks, one that I sleep in, that I never hike in, that always stay clean, and then 2 that I switch out. So if one gets really wet, I have another pair. I can hang the other pair off the back of my pack, hike during the day. So I have an extra pair I can always wear whenever I hike. These again are darn tough. Possum down gloves. Got another glove in there too. If you never heard of Possum Down, Z-Pack sells these. They're like 20 bucks a pop. Extremely warm. If they get wet, they dry out really quick, and they're super light. Almost all my stuff, I like to kind of categorize my stuff and keep it in separate stuff sacks. Some people just throw all their shit in their pack and say it's good. I like to keep my stuff separate. That's how I am. Plus it stays a little bit drier in these. Alright, moving on. Let's move on to some bigger stuff. So, I am doing a hammock system. This is a Dutchware Chameleon hammock with integrated bug net and sidecar. Sidecar is just basically a pouch that hangs off the side. I can keep some stuff in it. And it's got a ridge line. Great hammock. Asymmetrical lay, kind of off to the side. It's pretty nice. I sleep way better than a hammock than I do a tent. And on this trail, there's going to be a ton of trees to hang from. So, my tarp, Hammock Gear Journey tarp. It's a bigger tarp. It's got doors, so I can actually close the ends up, so I can stop wind and rain from getting in there. It's a little heavy. I could cut weight here by getting like a Dyneema composite tarp. This is still poly, I believe. The Dyneema tarps probably cost 3 times what this costs though, but it is a place in the future that can cut weight. Tree straps. Again, hammock gear. And Dutchware. Stakes. Stake out my tarp. Stake out my sidecar. I go MSR groundhogs. Minis. For, I think I have 6. Great stakes. Sleep stuff. Sea to Summits Aeros pillow. It's inflatable. It's great. Very comfortable. Top quilt. This is an Enlightened equipment 20-degree quilt. So I'm sure everyone on here probably watching this knows what a quilt is, but you can basically fan it out like a blanket, or you can close it in like a foot box, like a sleeping bag. So I'll be putting this on top of me. It's a 20-degree quilt. Enlightened equipment is kind of known for budging their degree ratings a little bit, so I've had that 20 degrees and froze my ass off. So it's probably good to about 30, 35. Hammock Gear Phoenix Underquilt. Go underneath my hammock or my backside. 30 degrees, it's great, it's wonderful. But it's a 3/4, like I said, so the underquilt will go to about right below my knees. After that, I'll put that sit pad underneath my feet and my calves, and that'll keep, I'll actually put that inside my top quilt, the foot box, underneath my feet, and that'll keep it in place, keep my feet warm. Moving on. Rain gear. Varmint precip pants. I've actually never worn these in the rain, but they have a ton of good reviews. Zip up side so I can take them off and on real easy. They're great, as far as I know. Lightheart Gear rain jacket. Not a bad jacket, super ultralight, super thin. This has wetted out on me before, but I really don't think that anything is waterproof. Just water resistant. I'm taking a rain jacket. Umbrella. This is a Gossamer Gear umbrella, weighs 8 ounces. I'll be taking this. I can actually strap this to my pack and have it above me as I hike, hands-free. So that's pretty nice. I didn't plan on taking it. A buddy of mine that hiked the Appalachian Trail and his wife is actually a Triple Crowner, kind of talked me into this. So I've never actually used an umbrella on the trail, but I think it'll do me some good, so I'm taking it. Montum trekking poles. I've used these for years. Hiked up 14ers in them. Hiked in Arkansas, a lot of different places. They've never failed me. They're great hiking poles. Another piece of rain gear. I've got these Showa gloves, Andrew Skirka. If you do any kind of through hiking or any hiking in general, you probably know who Andrew Skirka is. He recommended these. Guys up in Alaska use these to clean fish. They're super lightweight, super waterproof. They're great. Keeps your hands kind of dry and warm whenever you hike when it's raining out. All right. Shit kit. Full roll of toilet paper. I don't see how people do like a quarter roll. They're savages. I do a full roll. Wet wipes. I got these combat wipes off the internet. They're biodegradable. Whatever. I've never used them before, but they look fine. Hand sanitizer. First aid. And then just basically, I have my toothbrush in here, toothpaste, stuff for bronzers, some stuff to light fires, and pills, ibuprofen, Tylenol, shit like that. Alright, water system. Be free with a 3-liter bag. The 3-liter bag is probably overkill, and I've used the Sawyer. Actually, I have the Sawyer Micro. I used it down in Arkansas on my last trip. Didn't like it that much. These have always given me a really good flow rate, but they don't last as long as the Sawyers. So if I have problems with this, when my wife comes up, she can bring me my other Sawyer. As for water filtration, mess kit. It's a light AF Cuban fiber bag. This is the Toke's Titanium 750 pot. I love this pot. This is actually a brand new one. My old one looked pretty jacked up, so I got a new one. This is an Optimus stove. I've had a number of different stoves. This thing is pretty sweet. Let me put this down real quick. I've had a BRS, which wasn't bad. It's a small stove BRS. It's probably the lightest canister stove you can get. The BRS is, but I wanted something that was a little more efficient. I love this thing so far. I've taken it out once. It's been great. If it jacks up on me, I can always revert back to an MSR pocket rocket that I have or my BRS again. I keep this small isobutane fuel canister and a small Bic lighter all in my pot. So I've got everything ready to go. I carry a long handle spoon that's in my my sack there. We'll go over that, but it's I've never tried it before actually. It's a bamboo spoon. It's longer. I'm getting away from the metal. I just want to check it out and try it. One of the fun things about these trips is just trying new gear. Electronics. All right, so I'm gonna try and video the entire trip. So I've got a GoPro Hero 7. I've been using this quite a bit. It's been working great so far. I've got 4 extra batteries, 1 in the GoPro and then 4 extra that I'll be carrying in my hip belt, so I can switch those out whenever I need. Nightcore rechargeable headlamp. This thing's great. If I want to do some night hiking, I can. It's bright enough. Garmin InReach Mini. It's got an SOS feature. If I get hurt on trail and I can't make it out, I can also text my wife, text my parents, text my son through this thing when I'm out, when my phone doesn't get reception. So far, I've really enjoyed it. You can get different plans. I got different plans for this trip. We're recording this on an iPhone 10. I'll be taking that. Anchor, power core, 20,000. Maybe a little bit overkill, but I've got a lot of electronics. So, just because I'm shooting and recording everything. Anchor charger, wall charger, thick lighter. I have to put that in my bag from the plane. And then this charges my GoPro batteries. I got an Ultrapod, mini Ultrapod, so if I want to do like time-lapse shots on the GoPro, I can hook it up to this. Otherwise, it'll always be on my shoulder strap. I've got this clamp that goes right on my shoulder strap. It's pretty nice, so I can easy access, get to it. Earbuds. Extra set of cord for the hammock if I bust anything, just in case. Set of maps. You can get this on the Spirit Hiking website. These are maps for the entire hike, really. And on my phone, I have the Guy app. That's great for. It has maps for the entire hike. It'll show me exactly where I'm at. But these are the paper maps just as backup. Always have the backup. This is a little wallet through Light AF. I've got my credit cards, my ID, insurance card, cash if I need it. Food. So I was kind of contemplating what to do as far as food is concerned. I had planned on actually hanging my food up in a tree and bear bagging it up in a tree, but people were having a hard time finding trees to hang from on the Spirit Hiking Trail. A lot of pine. I know there's some old growth out there. I'm sure there's good trees out there to a certain degree, but after you've been hiking all day long, you get into camp at a late hour, the last thing you want to do is spend 20 to 30 minutes trying to get the bear bag up in the tree. So, and get it properly hanged, which doesn't really usually happen. So I'm going to an Ursack. These things are made out of Kevlar, supposedly bulletproof. They've got videos online of grizzlies trying to tear these things up and not being able to get into them. They can smash your food, but they can actually penetrate the bag. Also, for my eating, got a Cedar Summit. I think it's Cedar Summit. Collapsible mug. That's what I drink my coffee in. Coffee filter. I hate instant coffee. Can't dunk it. So I actually bring a whole bag of coffee and just do drip style. So I'll make a separate video for all of my food, but this is pretty much it for all of the gear I'll be taking. Base weights. That's no consumables, no water, no food. Is under 20 pounds. Whenever I weighed it, it was like close to 17, especially with some other stuff that I added. With food and water, it was under 30, and that's always my goal, is to try and keep my pack under 30 pounds. It's definitely not ultralight, but it works for me. I have no problems with carrying that kind of weight.